எஸ், வீடு, ஸ்கூல்ஸ், ஹோட்டல்ஸ், ஸ்டோர் ரூம் இங்கெல்லாம் பார்ட்டிஷன் வால் கட்டணும்னாலும்
இப்போ பில்டிங் போனஸோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சாய்ஸ்
Renocon Rapid Wall Panels.
சாணக்யா இன்டர்நேஷனல் அகாடமி உங்களுக்குள் இருக்கும் தலைவரை வெளிக்கொண்டு வரும் பியூர் பாலிடிக்ஸ் பயிற்சி பட்டறை. நேரடி மற்றும் இணைய வழி. கான்டாக்ட் 7338824242.
Conclave 2025 mainly focusing on the space technologies theme, which aims to foster synergy among diverse stakeholders, driving collaboration to realize ambitious vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. You all may be knowing the main curtain raiser for ISRO 2025 was done in Delhi on October 6, 2025 in the presence of Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, our Honorable Minister of State Space, who assembled here. We have assembled here to brief you about one of the important theme, the space technology theme within the scope of ISRO 2025. As far as the space sector is concerned, you all know 2025 has witnessed several major achievements. If you look at from January to till today, something around 200 plus accomplishments and achievements are made under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And it was on January 6th, we released the first time something around 10 terabit data, scientific data from Aditya L1. And then subsequently the second bit of data was released somewhere in February. Till today we have released something around 15 terabit data of Aditya L1 mission. Then January 16th was another important historic day for Indian space program. The SpaceX docking experiment was successfully done. And in fact, we have done, that was the first time we did the docking experiment. Imagine two satellites rotating with 28,400 kilometers per hour speed in space. Of course, it was with less relative velocity and using a set of algorithms, cameras, propulsion systems, inertial systems. We have successfully aligned the satellites and docked. And India becoming the fourth country successfully doing that great experiment. Till today, twice we have completed the docking, then de-docking and power transfer from one satellite to another satellite. And it is a major accomplishment. Another thing, it was January 29th, we had another important mission, the GSLV F-15, which was the 100th launch vehicle mission from the Satish Dhawan Space Center, and which was successfully accomplished and perfectly placed the NVS-02 satellite perfectly in the required elliptical orbit. Then coming to another important achievement, when the space program was started in the year 1962, and important milestone, the first milestone was 1963. November 21st, we had the first major milestone. The tiny rocket lifted off from Indian soil. And for that, the rocket was given by the USA team, and the sodium vapor payload came from France. Entire thing was assembled with their support. The Indians from India, we lifted off. From that humble beginning, we have moved a long way. And this year, July 30th, we had an important mission called NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar Satellite. Here there were two important payloads. One was the L-band SAR payload along with a 12-meter unfurlable antenna. This was realized by JPL NASA, spending something around 10,300 crore money. And we realized an equivalent payload called S-band SAR payload. And entire satellite bus was built by Indians in India. And finally, the satellite was lifted off successfully using our own Mark II rocket, GSLV F-15 rocket, which successfully F-16 rocket, which successfully lifted off and placed the satellite perfectly in the orbit. And today I am very happy with a humble beginning, getting a small rocket from other country. And today, really, we are launching heavy satellites jointly with even the JPL NASA. Then another important program, Axiom 4 program, the first time Indian Subhash Chandra Shukla was safely sent to International Space Station. Of course, he was the second astronaut who was lifted off for India. First was 1984, Rakesh Sharma ji, and this was the second thing, but first mission to International Space Station. Actually, we have to thank our Honorable Prime Minister. It was his vision based on which this entire mission was executed. And today we have got a lot of benefit. And whatever benefit has come, it is going to be useful for our own Gaganyaan program. Also, there were 7 microgravity experiments were carried out, and all are yielding very, very important results. And after our Prime Minister took over as the Prime Minister of India in the year 2014, 2015, we had the first national meet. And we brought all the user agencies, and a lot of discussion happened, and we had a roadmap, and we have executed. Now the second roadmap, national meet, we happened this year on 22nd August. In fact, there were 300 plus one-on-one meetings were happened with 63 user agencies and all state governments and union territories. And then, of course, the entire data was summarized and presented in the national meet. And today we are having a clear roadmap of what we have to execute for the next at least 10 to 15 years. And in fact, this entire thing was executed again with the direction and guideline and vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. Also, this year we have got very, very important achievements, project approvals rather. We have got one of the important project approval is for the third launch pad. Right now we are having 2 launch pads in Sriharikota. The third launch pad with a budgeted amount of a little more than 4,000 crore we are going to build. So the government of India gave the approval. In fact, the work has already started. Then we had the National Space Day. 23rd August 2023 was a historical day. And India, as the first country, we soft landed the Chandrayaan 3 near South Pole of Moon. And we made every Indian proud. And our Honorable Prime Minister declared that place as the Sivasakti point and declared that day as the National Space Day. And in fact, we had the celebration last year, and this year too we had the celebration. And almost, I will tell, we have taken the entire activities to more than 1.5 lakh citizens, students, and industrial partners across the country. And the finally valedictory function happened in Delhi, in Bharat Mandapam, on 23rd August. In fact, it was a very, very important event. We showcased the startup ecosystem, the growth in the country, and we have built for the first time a 1:1 model of the first module of our own space station, BAS, that was displayed. In fact, this has brought again benefit to a lot of people, including more than 1,000 students. They participated and press people were there. And then, of course, we have done a lot of competition, including ISRO Robotic Challenge, and we have also given away the prizes. We had a lot of important chief guests there, and our Principal Secretary, P.K. Misraji himself was there. Then our Honorable Minister, Jitendra Singh Ji was there, and Dr. V.K. Saraswat was there, and most of the department secretaries also participated. And coming to the other important accomplishments, we have done this year. Our Prime Minister of India, he always gives a lot of full encouragement to take the Indian space program to greater heights. And we had breakthrough in the semi-cryogenic engine program. We are developing a 200-ton liquid oxygen kerosene engine. For the first time, we have made major breakthrough in successfully completing the test of the power head test. And for Gaganyaan program, the integrated air trap test, because when the entire module returns, in the final phase, almost 9 parachutes has to work in a synchronized way for the proper splashdown. So we lifted off a simulated module using a helicopter, left something around 3 kilometers above Earth. Then using 9 parachutes successfully, it is splashed down. This was one of the important experiments which was done. And also a couple of important infrastructure we have inaugurated. One of the important things near Tumkur, near Bangalore, the titanium alloy production facility we have rolled out. And another thing, the government of India has rolled out the space sector reform 2020. And when the space sector reform was rolled out, hardly we had 1 or 2 startup companies. Today, something around 300 plus startup companies are there in India, in our country, working for the space program. This year, we had major accomplishment. A Kalam 1200 solid motor for Vikram 1 launch vehicle developed by Skyroot and jointly done. The test was successfully done in Sriharikota. It was a major accomplishment. We have handheld them. And then, of course, another important thing is the SSLV, Small Satellite Launch Vehicle. The technology is transferred to HAL. In fact, our NCL and InSpace. InSpace is the Space Promotion and Authorization Agency, and NCL is our commercial wing. Together, the MOU signed with HAL, and of course, recently we have also released the data of AstroSat. AstroSat is one of the important satellites working successfully 10 years in the space, so that data has come out. The XPOSat data recently we have released out. And then another important thing is air-breathing propulsion is one of the very, very crucial activity which is taking place across the world. We have also succeeded. Recently we have done a lot of tests in collaboration with NAL, CSR lab. And in fact, I want to tell the space program is really doing very successfully. Things are going on. And very important activity is the space sector reform. This year, a lot of good things are happening. In fact, even the recent IASC, so many startup companies exhibited their talent and potential to the international community. Now, in line with the achievements made by the DOS, just as I mentioned, STIC will showcase groundbreaking research, pioneering technological breakthrough and disruptive innovations from deep tech to startups. It will also host thought-provoking dialogues featuring, you have already seen, there will be Nobel laureates and lot of other foreigners who are going to participate other than our own experts from the country. And this is a mission and vision rolled out by Honorable Prime Minister of India. And please imagine 13 scientific technology departments together is going to showcase our potential, our talents, our accomplishments, and our vision, and what way the country is really contributing and growing in the science and technology area. That is going to be exhibited. And the main program is planned, rather the program is planned on 3rd, 4th and 5th of November in Bharat Mandapam, Delhi. And this is a place we are also going to showcase, as it was told, the space technology theme is one of the major highlights out of 10 major themes. What we are proposing to do is, we are going to showcase the accelerated realization of launch vehicle and its upgrades and production partnership. Because when you talk about ISRO activities, let it be launch vehicle or satellite, without industrial partners and academia, I think we cannot do great job. And today, something around 500 plus industries are participating in our program. Other than 300 startups, those things are going to be exhibited. Satellite platforms and next generation payloads for the communication, navigation, and earth observation is going to be discussed. And mission ready adaptation for quantum secure links, this is going to be discussed. And expansion of application like teleeducation, telemedicine, and disaster warning and mitigation is one of the very, very important application. And weather forecast and resource management, and all are for what? Citizen-centric and citizen-friendly citizen services. These aspects are going to be addressed. And the Gaganyaan program is a very, very important program. We are working towards that, and the entire roadmap enabling the entire accomplishment and the entire targets we are going to discuss. And the conclave architecture is already told. There will be plenary sessions, then there will be panel discussions. And in the space area, there will be a keynote speech. Then there will be speakers, important speakers. It is not only from ISRO, it is from academia and industry. People are going to participate, and there will be a panel discussion. First of all, I have to thank my team, headed by Mr. Rajarajan, the director of the Mother Center of ISRO, the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. They have done really outstanding work, and they have discussed almost 20 meetings have happened, and finally everything is converged, and we are going to showcase entire activity. And you all know, our Honorable Prime Minister has clearly outlined the Space Vision 2047. And today we are having something around 56 satellites in the orbit, serving the common man of this country. And almost in another 4 years, 3 to 4 years time frame, this number of satellites, numbers are going to be increased to something around 3 times. And By 2027, we are going to accomplish the Gaganyaan program, and we are going to build our own space station called Bharat Andhari Station by 2035. And first module, we have got the project approval, and right now the work is going on, and that is going to be placed in the orbit by 2028. Those who came to Delhi, you would have seen the 1:1 model. It's a very, very complex and interesting job. And then we are going to build, and we have to do a lot of experimentations. And then another important thing, the next generation launcher. In fact, our first launch vehicle, the capability was only 35 kg, what we successfully accomplished in the year 1980. From that, today we are talking about something around 30,000 kg to low Earth orbit through the next generation launcher. Also, Honorable Prime Minister has given a guideline for building a launcher for enabling the crewed lunar mission. That has to have a capability something around. We are in the conceiving phase. We have not completed the design, and but it has to lift off something around 75,000 to 80,000 kg type of mass. It has to lift off. That is the type of work what is going on. Now I want to tell. Till today, something around 433 satellites of 34 countries we have accomplished. Out of that, almost 95 satellites are accomplished during the last 10 years. That means when the entire launch program started from 1980, in 45 years, last 10 years is 95% of the foreign satellite launch. That shows the exponential growth of the space sector. Now, that's what I want to tell. Initially, we were undergoing an experimentation phase, then gradually we moved to operation phase. Today, we are a exponential growth. So that is the place we are standing. And India space program, lot of new programs are there. Government has approved Chandrayaan 4, and Chandrayaan 5 program is approved, Lupax mission, a joint mission with Japan. Honorable Prime Minister recently, when he was in Japan, he announced that program. So we are working towards that. So there are a lot of exciting missions. And next month, beginning, we are going to have the LVM-3 M5 vehicle going to lift off and place a CMS-03 communication satellite. So there are a lot of exciting missions in front of us, and entire activities are carried out under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji. So you all will enjoy these 3 days in Delhi. It is rather a celebration of emerging science and technology and innovation conclave. Combinedly, X is going to be done by the 13 science and technology ministries under the leadership role of the science and technology ministry. Thank you.